Okay, this time getting to the real deal. Playing Beth at 2400, and she is starting off with the English. And I'm going to start treating these more, a little bit faster. So let's go e5. Okay. Well, she wants to go that way. I guess we'll just naturally and normally develop, but let's go into a King's Indian. How about it? See what she does. You want to go e4? Okay. So now the position's starting to define itself a little bit. I feel like we should clip on d4 and go knight c5 because we need to get our light square bishop out, and as the position opens up more, I feel like the bishop pair is going to be good. So I kind of want to clip this guy, but I kind of want to play bishop g4. If I go bishop g4, Beth will go bishop e2. Let's get the bishop pair. And we'll see if we can't just trade down a little bit. And if we could get the bishop pair right here against any other minor piece mismatch, we're in good shape. The white rooks are misplaced. I like our chances here. And the bouncing bar of fate is showing that we've got a little bit of edge with black in a pawn structure that is not very difficult to understand. So I like my chances against Beth here. Okay, so that is problematic. If I just go rook fd8, where is the lady going? Okay, little bit of mix and match here. If rook fd8, queen e2, that covers the b pawn. If I go queen b4 immediately, I am attacking the c pawn with the bishop. If that provokes b3, then rook fd8, and where is the queen going? c2 maybe? So I feel like we've got to have something here. So this is gonna be where I take a bit of a think. Rook fd8 immediately. If queen e2, queen b4 then. Because if b3, the knight hangs on c3. And if rook fd8, queen c2, I can just take on c4. Yeah, rook fd8 just seems easy. And why that rook instead of the a rook? Well, the a7 pawn is still got a bit of a hiccup there. So we're just going to go with Mr. Natural. And now the c pawn looks weak. So following up on this, I like this move, queen b4, because it hits multiple weaknesses. And this causes a reaction I did not expect at all, knight d5. And I'm going to have to take that. Can't see any way around it. All right. That's got to be winning for black. Now I just need to play accurately and mop up this position. So because I'm playing against a machine, let's do a little bit of defense cleanup work. I just want to stop these pawns from going forward. So I'm going to protect my bishop and hopefully have time to go b6 or something. So let's just go bishop d7. Keep the bishop flexible on both ends. All right, so b3 being played gives me time for b6, which will slow the progression of the passed pawn. Feel good about that move. All right, if you're gonna bother me, I'm gonna bother you. So let's go here. to give a tickle to the A pawn. And now I don't like the idea of you bothering that. Okay, so trying to be a little bit sneaky with me right now, are you? You want to play bishop b4. A5 may weaken b6 too much, so I hesitate on doing that. E4 would force things and try to get some trades, but after E4, bishop takes G7, king takes G7, queen D4 check. The E-pawn will fall, and it's a question of, do I have enough there? White's pieces are still awkward. I don't think I want to trade the rook and give the pawn away for that. So keeping tension with queen E7 seems like a good way to go. And that's my final answer, because if bishop takes f4, I have queen c5. All right. And now I wanted to redeploy the queen to h4, and f3 is very encouraging. But if rook e4 is played there, queen h6, the queen moves. Oh, we'll have another situation. Queen h4, rook e4, queen h6. Queen takes h6, bishop takes h6. And then rook. Probably bishop takes e5 there. And we lose the e-pawn. So let's stop rook e4. Right. There's no way that pawn is going to make it in the long term. Queen h4 was my first inclination, but queen f6 would not be good because of f4. Let's go queen e6 to keep an eye on this d-pawn. And now this rook's not doing anything. So let's go there. And the bouncing bar of fate's starting to see some play for my opponent. But is the queen going to be better than two rooks here? I don't think so. Let's find out. And I'm not seeing it, Beth. If rook takes d6, queen takes d6, queen takes d6, bishop takes d6, rook takes e1. If rook takes d6, bishop takes d6, queen takes e1. Uh-huh. Where's the best square for the rook? You gotta be careful. There may be some bishop g3 or some move. So I kind of just want to play rook d7 to cover the potential nonsense. And any bishop move can be met by queen f7. Okay. Let's do it anyway. Drop back seems logical. And the only reason I'm being so careful here is because it's the machine. Alright, so I don't want that pawn to go to f4 and anchor this bishop. So if I play f4 myself, that pawn may fall, but with the extra rook, trading the queens here will wrap things up nicely. When you're up material, try to trade down. Didn't like f4, but it's going to be able to force things pretty cleanly. Okay, let's get rid of that. And if queen takes, we have queen d5. And I don't see a way that white's going to be able to survive this. Okay, so even if I have to sack the bishop, I'm in good shape. So queen takes. If queen takes bishop, queen e1, queen g3, rook e1. So that's my first reaction, is queen takes, because lines up on the dark squares. Let's go ahead and just do that. Easy enough. Liquidate the position, and now we don't have anything to think about. Nope. Control these key squares, make it difficult for white to move. Okay, so that worked out okay versus Beth at 2400, and something tells me it's going to get a lot harder as we move forward at this point.